This is what we're waiting for. Kirill the Thrill Gerasimenko taking on Yun Person. And Dabang Delhi, of course, need to do a little better. We'll see whether they can here. We'll be back with this match in a moment. For now, Dabang Delhi are in some pressure because lost that first opening encounter narrowly though, 7-8. They need a win now as defending champions. Lots of pressure on the team, of course. Manika Batra not being with the Dabang Delhi teams made a big difference to their fortunes. Could make a big difference to their fortunes.
The reason I said I was mad at myself earlier is that shot of Bernie after she celebrated and won game 3. The face looked like it was holding back a lot of disappointment. I mean, you could see it. It was like she felt like she under-delivered. Now, I don't know the details of what made her cry over there in the corner, but I have to imagine it was related to the outcome of the first match.
Well, without question, I don't think there was anything else going on because it's not that there's excessive team pressure, but in a team situation, you do feel you let the team down, not just yourself, because it's not an individual match.
Well, here we go, 9 points apiece. Are we going to see more golden points? We saw 2 in the first 2 games.
Pressing serve, so that may give him an advantage. Yes, it does.
A third ball attack early in the rally. Yun Persson following his serve. Pendulum with topspin just inside the table. Earns him game point and a chance on his second serve to take the first game of the match.
About the receive now. Kirill. Little breather off the net. Gotta keep the receive low. Oh, he attacks! That's one way to do it.
Yeah, but he did exactly what you said. He kept it low. He just spun it as deep as he could. Recognized the serve came a little bit long. Had a clear opening. And this is the difference. If you play that passively, you're done. The pros are constantly inspecting, looking for that opportunity.
50-50 on golden points, and haven't we already had enough in the first match? 2 golden points to settle it. Yun Persson, well done, moving just at the right time. Kirill had overcommitted, was nowhere near it. And Dabang Delhi are back.
I think Kirill thought he won it with that shot. He made it. It was very impressive, but for that moment he hesitated. It's not easy to come back from such a big opening shot on the third ball. Very low. I think he still would have had a chance if he was getting back and ready for one more shot. This is the brilliance. This is the excitement of playing at this level, no matter how good the shot is coming in. The opponent on the other side can lasso a return right back into play. Nice to see friends from around the world here, players all over the globe, competing with the best Indians.
Well, that's what the UTT is all about. Great, terrific for the Indian table tennis players, the kind of experience and inspiration they get. But I'm hoping, Adam, and perhaps you can shed more light on this, that the international table tennis community, especially, say, the top 100, I hope they too are viewing UTT as something special.
You got your sunglasses ready? Because I'm about to shed some light. Oh yeah,
right, go for it.
The light will be shed. No, the players love it. I mean, I talk to the players all the time on the World Tour, and a lot of them are like, hey, you got any ins at UTT? Let them know if they need somebody. Remind them that I exist.
I hope you say, yeah, I got an in. Talk to me.
I am your in.
Right here, right now, point by point. Oh yeah, nice, flashy forehand, top spin.
10-7 wasn't enough in game number 2. Game number 3, can he turn the page? Can he start a new chapter in the life of Kirill Gerasimenko?
Just don't let it get to a golden point, please. Kirill, gotta finish it off right here. Oh! Persson almost got it back, but relief for Kirill Gerasimenko. Only 22, very special. The Kazakh #1, I'm sure, will do a lot more in the world of table tennis. But against a lower-ranked person, he has gone down 1-2 today and will not be happy. But Mumba will take this final point. They'll be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I think in the end here, he was able to hashtag level Oleg Hay. He just turned it up a bit, brought it into a new class, and took game number 3, an important one. But right now, again, it's getting even here. Forehand, Kirill Gerasimenko, the more dominant player. Other than that, pretty tight throughout.
Yeah, well, the score will reflect that too. 2 golden points, which means there was nothing separating the two players. And only in the third did finally Kirill win it with a couple of points to spare.
Third match, first game. Wait.
We've got Manav
Dabang
Tucker and
T.T.C.
Duhoy
to
Kem at the
solve.
top of the screen.
Love
Right
all.
here, the pair in orange, the Punarians. I don't know, for me, it's tough to say who's the favorite here, Charu.
Well, I can, I'll make my prediction. I think Satyan and Bernie are going to take this 2-1. But hey, I'll be happy to be proved wrong. Or at least Duhoy Kem and Manav Tucker will be happy to prove me wrong. But I do think Satyan and Soch have combined very well before in the past. And, doubles is a lot about understanding about each other's position on the table and each other's game as well. I think that is an area they might have an advantage. Of course, they're very good players as well.
Good pressure here. Me? Yeah, what about me? 11-4. I called it before the match. That's it. No question. And right now we're well on our way to that. Can you imagine? One team only gets 1 point for the rest of the day.
No. So, your 11-4 is done and dusted.
You know what Satyan needs? He needs a ring like Kuri's from Adil. I'll talk to him on break.
Okay, as long as he doesn't need those nails. Oh, well done. Bernie Soch moving away and still getting a pretty effective forehand in. See what I was talking about? Just knowing each other's position and knowing each other's game, anticipating better. That's too clever for Manav.
Yeah, he keeps this one nice and low, loaded with spin. 10-2 right now. I mean, that's what a Chiquita is all about.
The
that
side spin was fabulous.
Oh man, just dipping and diving. And there it is, 11-2 domination in the start. We will see, are they on their way to an 11-4 victory? Will the prophecy be fulfilled? Only time will tell.
Well, I'll tell you what, after this match, it's quite likely that we see a Bernie Soch smile, and of course the big triumphant cry, which is a lot better than the fact that she had a couple of tears on her face earlier on.
Funny, Patrick Francisco, a player who just beat some of the top Chinese in the world recently, was doing quite well whenever he hit rock bottom, whenever he was starting to lose. At a team level, I'd be curious to see if it has that effect. If RPSG says, you know what, guys, we need to get our act together. We went out and had a dinner before the season started. Maybe we need to focus a bit and really make things happen on the table.
Oh, Sutton, what a reaction. It was a terrific forehand by Manav Tucker. No way that ball was coming back, and it did, trickled over the net. Cruel for Tucker and Duhoy Kem, but that's how it works. Rough on you, Mumba. What do you think about those shoes and the laces? Not impressed.
Which ones?
The ones that just went by.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I'll see him again maybe in a bit. I like shoes and laces. Sometimes even lacy shoes. Good timing here by Satyan on top of the bounce. Moving around the opponents. Again, this is the advantage of being right near the table. Less time to react for the opponents, better angles.
So with Satyan 2 points behind. Oh yes, Manav Tucker, well done. They draw level 1 game apiece. I said at the top of the show, this is going to be really close. And for the moment, I still see an 8-7 score to end this. Satyan a little long with that forehand. Well done, Manav. Very deep with that forehand. Satyan a little late on it. And they are 1 apiece in the mixed doubles. 1 more point, and we get to that last game in a moment. For Satyan and Soch, dominating the first match, going down narrowly in the second. And everything to play for in terms of this match. Satyan with the dive. Nice to see that. I hope he's okay though.
Yeah, the floor is not exactly, it's good for keeping you from slipping, but it's not fun to rub your skin on real fast. Skin will go quickly like a cheese grater on that floor.
Well, I think a little part of his upper wrist might be feeling that dive. Oh, Tohoikem. He was right there, very low force under the table. I think he's all right, Manav Thakur.
Extra power here from Manav on the step around. We don't hear the grunts too often. We see the effort face quite often, but here, actually I haven't noticed it yet. I guess there's been so much entertainment around us here in the booth.
Well, we'll see it soon enough. Oh, leaps onto it. Just overdoes it a bit. Well, hesitated there. Could have taken the serve earlier, waited on it, then got too close to the table. So plenty of time for Satyan and Soch to finish it up with a 2-1 win. Not just yet.
First pendulum serve here just inside the table. The push coming back deep to the backhand corner. It's easy to try and overdo it when you feel that close to the finish line, but it changes the balance a little bit. And there it is, Bernie Soch and Satyan Yanashekaran winning 2-1 here in the mixed doubles, so their team goes up by 5 points to 4 in the overall tie. And this time there's a smile to go with the heart.
Time to smile, Bernie.
For me,
have any crying here, no more tears.
Yeah, I'd say she's at about 75. If she was at about a 30 or a 20 before on the happiness scale, I'd put her at a 75. It's not full, but there is some serious redemption here. A good handshake, a good hug, and the love can be felt all around the world. Might have to come into the game.
All right, so T.T.C, who did so well against Solia earlier on, will want to showcase that she is the boss. Ritvika Sinha Roy for Dabang Delhi will try and get at least a point, but it's all for T.T.C when we come back with the women's singles.
Fifth match, first game. Dabang Delhi T.T.C Nawar. Now, 1.
Okay, Kritika, show us that you can match the pace of T.T.C Mukherjee and the confidence of T.T.C. It's a big opportunity for Kritika Sinha Roy to be participating here in the UTT Season 3 as one of the main players of Dabang Delhi. I don't know whether she would have expected that or not, but here she is on the big stage. So now's your time, Ms. Sinha Roy.
You know, she's quite physically fit and fast. She's got a very standard game. Her, much like Harmeet Desai, I feel like is pretty stable and steady, but T.T.C has this way of eating stable players for breakfast.
For Kritika, this is a big one to prove that she belongs in the upper echelons of Indian women table tennis players.
Well, I start to look not only out at the crowd and people in cool fashion, but at the bench to see who else is on the team. Just curious who Kritika Roy is playing over or in front of. Now, there are a handful of players, a few players on every team that we're probably not going to get to see play a match this season. So as you mentioned, it is a big opportunity, a lot of responsibility, a big role to fill. 6 game points, only 1 needed. Sutirtha dominating, just steamrolling game number 1.
Krithika is a little bit of a slow starter. Hopefully today here she can show that she also belongs to the higher levels of Indian women's table tennis. Not right now though.
It's funny, you had mentioned to me no shortage of coaches over in the dugout there for Krithika Roy. I think with both Satyan and Yoon Persson on their feet, clearly having some insight to offer tactics against Sutirtha, deep pushes seem to be what I could read. And a deep push into the backhand side, well, that's where she has the inverted rubber. She's comfortable to spin there. Maybe it's more into the middle. Players that aren't so fast on their feet, sometimes one good shot to the middle will open up the wide corners to follow. Long push to the backhand.
Let's give the first game, or let's give nerves the benefit of doubt in the first game for Krithika Roy, because she did look like, wow, this is the big stage, I better perform. Now I think a lot cooler, calmer. I'm not saying she's likely to win, but we just like to see an extension of the rallies and her holding her own.
This is a tough one again. When you get a softer ball, it's not easy to play high backhands aggressively. Again, a lot of players will run around for a forehand here.
A tomahawk for a change from Krithika. Dumped the backhand into the net. Well, why not? I mean, how much attention do you pay to all of that during a game anyway?
I'm sorry?
How much attention do you pay to coaching during a game anyway? You're so focused on yourself.
I would have answered that earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. So. Good times, good times. No, yeah, at the younger levels, it seems to come up a bit more. For players, you know, when you see Jung Yi-Jing out here, Du Hoi Kem and Sharat Kamal, there's probably going to be less spoken to them because it's assumed that they probably have a sense of what to do. But from time to time, even a young player will notice something really helpful.
Just a quick apology, although she's picking up pace on that backhand, Sutirtha. Well, I'll try and talk about this in the last game, but just comparing it with some other sports vis-a-vis the coaching from the sidelines. We'll get that later as Sutirtha once again threatening to race away with it.
8-10.
Much better though by Krithika.
Well, still not over. That's right. It's so funny, they were there, the words, and you took them out of my mouth. Perfect. No, good, in a good way. I mean, we're on the same page. I like it. Game point saved. 1 more to go. I want to see a golden point. Just a request, a simple request. I'm just a guy.
I want to see a super serve right here. That's what's going to take us to a golden point, by the way. Among other ways. Okay.
I want to see a reverse tomahawk super serve.
9-10.
Here's the going for a little walk here. Has to come back to the table. Players ready. Here we go. Big forehand. Thank you very much, Krithika. A golden point. Now the question is, who's it going to be? Where are these statistics? I've loved them so far. I want to know. We have so many Batmans in the crowd. We've got a James Bond and like 3 Batmans. Sutirtha only 25%. Ayah.
All right. Now, the dugout said, Krithika, go for it. What do you have to lose?
Oh, the net for Sutirtha up to 40% now, gets the golden point.
Third game. Dabang T.T.C. Lavor.
Here we go. Final game of the tie. Well done. Digging out that forehand a little late. Krithika, but it served the purpose.
One thing that I'm starting to see here in India that I really like, that reminds me of the last time that the Europeans really challenged the Asians and the Chinese at that level. Sweden beating China 3 World Team Championships in a row. There was a give and take, a real push to drive the teammates up. Jorgen Persson and Janove Valdner just kept pushing the level up. And same thing is happening in the Indian circuit here. I mean, Kritvika Roy in last game pushed Sutirtha to play even stronger. Manav Tucker doing the same for Satya.
Well, I sense that Kritvika is certainly getting much more confidence in her own ability, of course, helped by the bench, no doubt.
Oh, the counter. She's in position. Now this is, you can call it anticipation or simply knowledge about what you've done to the opponent. Getting in position. Sutirtha's right here. Quick. Just that short stroke back. A little bit of side spin on it, but slaps through and around, turns up the ball.
It's such a tough shot when it's flat, slapped back, and no top spin. You've got to get it exactly right. No margin for error there. And there wasn't much of a bounce on the ball either.
Instead of getting aggressive on the third ball here, Sutirtha says, you want to push me? I'll push you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Even though Kritvika Roy played much better to get the golden point in the second game and started out well here, but it's just the pressure of trying to finish it off, and some of the best players find it difficult to finish it off. And once again, we show that she's letting the disappointment get to her rather than rise to the occasion and say, all right, I'm going to be even more aggressive. I want to finish it off. She's just letting herself get down on it. The body language shows it all.
Well, just a blink of an eye ago, it was 4-8. Sutirtha was down, suddenly back in the game. Big point here. I don't know, though, in terms of ratio of point winning, it's still not in the favor of Kritvika Roy. Sutirtha's made an outstanding comeback. She's been strong in the end game, time and time again. Last game with the golden point, she was down quite a bit, if I remember correctly. She was down 6-8, maybe. Behind the table, less rotation. Pearson, Satyan in the game, trying to get Kritvika Roy through for this 1 point. Bernie doing everything she can from the bench.
Well, that's the problem with a flat forehand. Every once in a while you get the timing wrong, and it can go horribly wrong. Okay, Kritvika, you earned the opportunities in the second game. You have more now in the third. Can you take a point for Dabang Delhi?
Yes, she does it. Wow, Kritvika Roy.
Kritvika Roy gets one game of Sutirtha Mukherjee, who's much the better player. But even just this 1 point, Adam's going to give her confidence a huge boost. And Dabang Delhi, of course, are delighted. They win this tie, not 8-7, but 9-6, which in the end, as you've been saying, could make big differences.
Yeah, it's not just 1 point. It's 1 point that they not only got, but kept their competitors from getting. In the end, when you tally up all the points, 1 point is worth 2 in that sense. So it's so competitive. We will see. Kritvika holding strong, showing that she's worthy of being out here on the table with one of the best in India. And again, this is going to push Sutirtha to get even stronger. And I think it's going to give confidence to Kritvika to continue to fight and have the tactics. Game 2 was such a narrow margin after that domination, 11-4 in game 1. There was some clear conversation from the bench, and she came out a woman with a plan. And in the end, right now, Dabang Delhi T.T.C are going to be high-fiving Kritvika Roy.
Well, Sutirtha will be very disappointed. A favorite forehand let her down. But here's how it went in terms of match stats. Much more attacking plays. Happy to see from Kritvika Roy. But all pretty even, though. Well, that's how it stands now. Chennai Lions are on top, but Dabang Delhi did very well to match that at 16. Mumba just 1 point behind. That's not too bad at all. It's up to RPSG Mavericks Kolkata to try and improve their performance when they play next, because that 4-11 loss can be a huge setback for the ties to come.